On to race number 7 then, and the second last on the programme here at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. And the 7th is a Class 3 1,200-metre dash headed by Game Changers. Runner-up course and distance last time out behind Water Diviner, who ran well on the weekend. Telecom Puma 7th on debut behind Breeders' Star. Myala gets an inside gate here. Martin Harley from Barrier 3. Most Beautiful was a course and distance winner this season. Waldorf 3rd behind High 5 last time out. He jumps from Barrier 1. Endearing behind Full of Beauty last time. And down to Ambitious Heart, who was 4th also behind Water Diviner last time out. He's a 2-time course and distance winner. Now, as far as Jungfrau is concerned, Game Changer, Most Beautiful, Waldorf and Endearing have been on the road, Pratt.
They have. And the speed of this race should be fairly strong. Telecom Puma, Endearing, Most Beautiful, Serafino. Ambitious Heart is a jump and run type. He did actually come from behind last start after being a little bit awkward out of the gates on that occasion and the start prior, but he can fire forward and add a little bit of pace. I know Fantastic 8 is pictured back there, as you can see, but in the early days of his career, he was a front runner. So possibly a change of tactics with him, maybe, if he's capable.
We go up to Chungfar and see Game Changers up there. He's been very consistent, this horse, this season, running pretty well, especially at Happy Valley. Well, they did run well at Chartin. He was unlucky on that occasion, but he's moving nicely here in the mornings. Serafino continues to maintain his condition, no problems. He's got a bit of an awkward draw here, barrier number 9. That was the problem I saw for him, but he looks good and he travels nicely in his track work as well. Horse has been running pretty well this season. And Happy Time, Chad Schofield in the work on him. He's under a really nice hold as he comes down. The horse travels really nicely. Still a maiden from his 7 starts, but has run well at Happy Valley in the past.
All right, we'll have a look at him again in a second. Happy Time. We'll start off, though, with Game Changers, Ambitious Heart and Serafino, all behind Water Diviner. Last time out, Water Diviner ran behind Full of Beauty on the weekend.
He ran a cracking race too, out on the speed. We mentioned on the night prior to him winning this race that he's a very capable animal, Water Diviner, so he's a good measuring stick here. Game Changer's going really well. Ambitious Heart, I thought, stuck on, even though he got back and was wide. So if he pings the gates and gets into a bit of running early, then he could be one that might end up in the tips. Yeah,
Game Changers was the one I put in from that race. I thought he ran really nicely, and he's not far away, is he?
He is the most reliable, so recently anyway.
All right, Fantastic 8 and Telecom Puma on debut. Or was on debut on this occasion.
Yeah, he was, and it wasn't a bad run from both these two horses. Fantastic 8, he got back. He sort of normally, in his Brett said earlier on, in his old days, he would lead or be right on the pace. Be interesting to see what they do from barrier number 10 with him. And it wasn't a bad run from Telecom Puma on debut either. It
was a massive run from Fantastic 8, I thought. I'm going to side with him. I think he's flying at the moment, and he is capable of springing out of the gates and being up on the speed. So you've got both ends covered, I think, wherever he is.
All right, Waldorf, just the 1 win against his name. He's pretty consistent and comes up with another low gate here, barrier 1.
He should have won this race. I think he got a bit lost on the turn, did the apprentice, but look, he went left and right. There was a gap on the inside. He finally went for the gap, and he hit the line really strongly. He's got a senior rider on now of Karis Teaton from barrier 1. Whoever the race unfolds, he'll sit behind the pace, and I think he'll run over the top.
Yeah, he's a definite winning chance. Paul's highlighted the issues that happened last start.
All right, one more to have a look at, and that's Happy Time. Back at the trials here, positively ridden on this occasion. Looking to do something similar maybe from barrier 8?
He's going well by the looks of it in his trials. I think you've got to consider him. He's had 2 trials since his last start towards the back end of January. He won a trial defeating Megatron, who runs earlier on in the night, and was second behind Sunny Win, who's a good horse in the mornings as well, Paul.
Yeah, it was a good trial from this. He's yet to win, but he's run some pretty good races, we mentioned, at Happy Valley, and his track work's been consistent.
I reckon there'll be market support for him late in betting.
OK, and that was Megatron. We watched that trial earlier on, so he might give you a line in earlier on the night. But Waldorf favourite, Paul, in a pretty open contest again.
Yeah, I've got him on top, Waldorf. I think this is his race from barrier number 1. He looks tough to beat. Game Changers has been very consistent, so he should run a nice race. Voyage King will add the value. I thought he's trialled really well here before he went to Chartin, and now he comes to Happy Valley for the first time. So from barrier number 2, expect a good run from him. And Most Beautiful's been a winner already over this 1,200 metres, and he's been reasonably consistent. So I got him on a minor line. 7-1, 11-6, but I like the 7.
I'm going to go with Fantastic 8. I know the gate weight looks a bit tricky, but he's been in the placings 8 times from 9 starts in this class. The only time he hasn't been in the first 3 was 2 starts ago when he was 5th behind Full of Beauty, beaten 2.5. It's a very strong form line behind Fantastic 8. He's got some versatility. If he can recapture a little bit of that early gate speed, he could probably be a little bit closer. I just think he's going well, and I have to take the risk with him from the wideish gate. 3, 1, 7 and 10. So number 3 each way if you can for me.
There you go. We've all got the 7 and 1 involved there. Waldorf and Game Changers in some shape or form. That's the Hawthorn Handicap race number 7. One more race to go then. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.